129. If you could change anything in the world, big or small, what would it be? I definitely know the answer to this one, and that is I would want people to look at the flip side. This is my lifelong way of looking at things. What's another possibility? Not locking into one answer and holding on to it for dear life, but looking at all of the different options for things, good and bad. Why is something a way that it is? Why is someone acting like that? Why does it have to be like this? Is there another way to do it? Is there another way to finance it, build it, relate to that person? The flip side is other opinions. It's gray areas. It's looking into things. It's not automatically taking something and having it be black and white. This person's a terrible person. This person's a great person. This person's a wonderful leader. This person's a terrible leader. What are the gray areas? What are the differences? And I'm not saying like just because somebody is one way or another that we should be like, yeah, go all in, or go all out the other way, but look at every aspect of it. I would love to see people having more discussions, not just like, you don't agree with me, I'm blocking you. And the world has got very polarized, I think, in a lot of different areas, in a time that we are trying to be more open, politically, religiously, community-wise. Our protests are so hard one way or the other. There's no listening. And, a lot of people have talked about protests. And I've always said, right or wrong, whatever side you're on about a protest, I really don't think that if you go out and you say, like, I'm pro-life, or I'm pro-choice, or I'm, pro this president or anti this president, that if you are one or the other, you're not walking down the road and seeing somebody yelling with a sign. And I'm not saying that people do not have the right to protest, but you're not walking down the road seeing somebody with a sign and saying, oh, okay, I thought he was a good person, but now I see that he's a bad person. Or, oh, I thought that was a great law, but now I'm seeing that it's a bad law. I think in order to change the world and to change people's opinions on things, you have to have those discussions with each other, and you have to be open to talking to people. Because I don't feel like there's a lot of issues that are so hardcore one way or the other, that everything that is like right or wrong in no other case. And what if we looked at it this way? And so I think the flip side is a very important philosophy that I have. And my daughter actually calls it positive gaslighting. Because when she will bring something to me, I'll say, well, do you think he really meant it that way? Or do you think, he was just, he had experience with this before and that's why he felt like this was happening? And on the surface, it can sound like you're arguing, but really it's getting people to look at a different aspect of something. And I think it's important that we're all listening to each other. But, maybe that's just me. But that's what I would change about the world.